check. Check, check. Check. Lifters on platform 1, you have 3 minutes and 25 seconds to come change your openers. 3 minutes and 21 seconds now. Hey, so who am I going to pick on? I'm just staring. She told me I was here. What? Oh, okay. So I'm number 2. Man, I was looking forward to doing the guys as well. So my name's written out and everything. A story made up for everybody. There's lifters on both platforms that I have to yell at because apparently it's good luck to them. Lifters on platform 1, you have 2 minutes before you can no longer change your openers. 2 minutes. You're awful loud over there on platform 2. This is the best shirt ever, Jeff. It's almost as loud as yours. Almost. Platform 1, you have 30 seconds left before you can change your openers. 30 seconds. If you're not on your way here, you better start running. Sure. Yep. Platform 1, no more changes to openers. Then Jeff's going to introduce those people. Referees, come on front. All right, pay attention to platform 1 over here. We've got Angelina Van Weeswick on the side. She's from Alberta. I probably said that wrong. Head chair is Adele Kuchman, IPF level Cat 2. From Saskatchewan, we have Russ Agnew, national level referee. Our technical controller is the beautiful Natasha Ching out of New Brunswick or Nova Scotia or somewhere out east. Nova Scotia, sorry. Sorry, East Coasters, my fault. On the jury, we have Chris Robb, Cat 1 IPF, Ron Delaney, Cat 1 IPF, and the great and wonderful Harnik Singh, who's been around in powerlifting almost as long as God has. IPF Cat 1. Lifting will start in just over a minute. Referees, take your chairs, please. I was in the side chair, and when she missed the one thing, he said, Jesus has got this. And she missed it. I was saying to myself, oh, I guess Jesus is allowed this. For those of you in the crowd, this is a question and answer period. If I come up and tap you on the shoulder and ask you a question, you have to answer it. Like most announcers say, this is not a golf tournament or a funeral. You're allowed to cheer. You're allowed to yell. 15 seconds on platform 1. Lydia North, you're up first.
Platform 2, we have Ryan McClendon.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining in for session 3. We've got our 72 opens today, our open females. My name's Lainey. I'm from Alberta.
And I am Sandra, also from Alberta. A little bit of an Alberta takeover here on platform 1.
And we're really excited to watch this exciting evening with you. And to start, we've got our very own Lydia North from Alberta, squatting 122.5, starting us all off. And a nice, easy opener for...
That's a good lift for Lydia.
Yeah.
Nice way to start off the session.
This is the second time she's had to make weight this week, too. She had bench only yesterday and now 3 lift today.
Up next is Hollie Edwards. Hollie is actually the owner of Athletic Homestyles, who is set up here, and they also made all of the super cute barbell best lifter awards that our best lifters will get at the end of the week.
Bars loaded on platform 1.
And it looks like we've got Mark Morris handling her today.
Hollie's out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
So it looks like Mark Morris and Carolyn Tran are her coaches too as well.
Yes, sir. 3 white
Yeah,
lights.
good
3
job.
white lights for Hollie. Looked like a nice, easy opener for her.
127.5. Everybody can stay the same for Candice
And it looks
O'Donnell
like we're
from
building up to
Ontario.
127.5 again for Candice out of Ontario.
Candice is
And while we're loading the bar, shout out to our sponsor today, Strong Arm Sports. Mike's out of Calgary, and all of his stuff is IPF approved and fantastic. If you're in Winnipeg, give him a shout at the back of the Victoria Inn here today.
202.5 kilograms, 446 pounds in Manitoba. I'd like to take a second to thank all the spotters and loaders. They're out there working very hard to make sure our lifters stay safe.
Nice little squat there, eh?
That looked really good, and 3 white lights for Candice. Next, we're going to go up to 142.5 kilos on the bar for Aracel.
from RCL Mateo from Manitoba.
Nice to be lifting in your hometown, eh? Or your home province, right?
Definitely, definitely. We saw that for our Alberta lifters at Nationals in Calgary in 2018.
No time change, no nothing like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no travel costs, nothing like that to worry about. And lots of support from the hometown crowd, as you can hear.
2 guys on this side have signs like that, guys on that side.
It's a pretty full space today.
It is, there's a big crowd tonight.
We've got signs even too.
Referees say
Good lift. 1 red light, 1 red for depth from our center judge, but 2 white lights from the side judges, so 2-1 makes it a good lift.
Marina Mccain from BC.
Well, we've got Marina McCain from BC here, 142.5.
Bar is loaded.
Bar is loaded.
Go, Russell.
Marina is a kinesiologist. She would like to beat Jessica Buettner. Haha, she says.
She has the coolest looking belt I've ever seen. With that gold lever? Oh my goodness.
Gold lever, shiny red.
Wow, that was fast.
I want to put some weight on that bar.
Super fast opener. 3 white lights for Marina.
I mean, that's what you want from an opener, right?
Exactly.
Something
You
easy.
want to come out, nail it, feel confident going into your second and third.
I always found like the first squat's always the most nerve-wracking, right?
Exactly.
Kind of freaky, kind of like, oh my goodness. Ah.
Bar is loaded on platform 1.
Now we have 145 kilos on the bar. This is Tracy Wetmore from Alberta.
That's a nice little squat.
Looked like a nice smooth opener. Yep,
Yeah.
3 white lights from the judges.
Probably your kinesiology background giving her some good back knowledge, right?
Kilograms, please, on
For
the
sure.
bar for Melissa.
150 kilos now on the bar for Melissa Guerin.
Wearing that nice Canadian SBD singlet, eh?
Bar is loaded
Yep,
on platform
wearing one of those singlets that Melissa's wearing with the can on the front means she's been on an international team representing Team Canada.
The live stream? I'm supposed to give you that.
Thank you very much.
Speedy descent. Quick up. 3 white lights for Melissa.
Oh, nice easy squat there.
All right, spotters and voters on platform 1. Let's go up to 155 for Gina Raba. Not sure if I said that right. Hopefully she won't kill me later.
Good luck for David on 2. Next up, Quinn Chan, 220 kilos, 485 pounds. He's from Ontario.
Bar is loaded on platform 1.
155 kilos now on the bar for Janan.
Hey, Quentin, don't suck.
Some really strong squats today overall between the junior 72s this morning and even today, right? Like, I still remember when I started, you know, everything was a lot less stressful as a lifter.
And some of the openers that these people have are just, these are their opening lifts.
Right?
Nice push to the top there.
It just goes to show you that our sport is growing so much.
Definitely. 3 white lights for Janan. Nice looking opener. 157.5 now for Melissa Bueller from Alberta. She's being coached by Chris Fudge.
Bar is loaded on platform 1.
Good lift down 2 for Quinn.
I'm excited to see bench press because her and another 72 today, Lydia, like to trade back and forth the provincial record there.
Right. We may see the provincial record broken more than once during this session.
Hey, Chris, you might want to put some weight on that. 3 white lights
And that
for
was a
Melissa.
good lift for Melissa.
Bars loaded on 2.
All right, spotters and loaders, let's go up to 180 kilograms for Christine Castro.
So now we jump up to 180 for Christine Castro.
400 pounds.
Definitely one of the lifters people are going to be watching tonight. She also lifted in bench only on Tuesday. They're in the 84 class. Now she's lifting in the 72 class for 3 lift. Definitely one of Canada's strongest lifters. Her training has looked fantastic, what she's posted on Instagram. So it'll be interesting to see what she brings to the platform tonight. Opening with 180 kilos, just under 400 pounds.
Saskatchewan, Alan Young. Bars loaded.
Wow.
And what did the judges say? Good lift. Looked
Good
like a
lift.
nice, easy lift for her.
I'm excited to see where her third goes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Jessica.
Bar is loaded for Jessica.
Also another extremely strong lifter. I know a lot of people that are here in the crowd are here to watch Jessica lift. She's just putting up some amazing numbers in training. Opening with 192.5 kilos, 425 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
And that looked easy.
That was real easy.
3 weight lights.
Jessica.
Fantastic.
Go back down to the top of the order. Squat number 2, 132.5.
Now we're starting our second round of squats for our 72 open women. Lydia North is up first, 132.5 kilos.
That's a nice 10 kilo jump for
Yep,
her, hey?
10 kilos up from her first. Lydia is a mechanical
Bar
engineer.
is loaded. I got you, Dale. Don't worry. Lydia North.
She does research and development in industrial 3D printing.
I think what's really interesting too is Lydia did a last chance meet in January, I do believe, to qualify for nationals. And this is, I think, only 5 under her PR in squat.
Wow. Yes, she did grip power in Edmonton in January in order to qualify for nationals.
That is a
Got the qualifying total, and here she is, and that's a good lift.
It's a good lift.
132.5
Way to go, Lydia.
on platform 1.
Next up, same weight on the bar for our next lifter, Candice O'Donnell from Toronto.
Strong arm sport. Go talk to him. He'll set you up with everything you need. Bar is loaded on platform 1.
Candice enjoys riding horses as a hobby in addition to powerlifting.
Look real fast. That's what referees say. 3 white lights. Good lift for Guillaume.
Interesting enough, she's wearing flat shoes. Some people find having the heels a little bit hard to
Ready to go.
keep their heel on the ground, keep stable in the squat.
Right. The lifting shoes are definitely more popular for the squat than flat shoes, but you do see the flat shoes as well.
I actually started squatting in flat shoes and then just made the switch after having so many difficulties with it. So it's definitely personal preference and ability at the end of the day, right?
Right.
Especially if you have like lower ankle mobility. Having that squat heel is always nice, right?
Exactly.
Or shoe heel.
Hollie up for her second with 135 kilos on the bar, 7.5 kilo jump from her first.
Wow. What a beautiful squat.
And that is 3 white lights.
3 white lights for her. All of our squats are good so far. That's nice to see in this 72 kilo women's session.
I think too, having so much competition, right? It is a bigger weight and age category, and having bigger names in your weight class really kind of pushes you to do more and be more aware of, commands, your depth, just kind of all the factors as a lifter you have to take into account, right?
Yeah. And nationals is definitely, the highest pinnacle that you can reach within Canada, and people are bringing their A game tonight.
Bars loaded on 2.
A nice squat from Tracy, and she's quite high bar as well, very upright.
She stays very upright.
And that's really hard to do. Like, that's a technically hard thing to do, having it so high bar, right?
Yeah, most people do put the bar a little lower on their back, usually allows them to lift more weight. And now we have Marina lifting the same weight as Tracy, 150 kilos, which is 330 pounds.
Really nice and aggressive on that bar.
Referees say good lift, Orion. 3 white lights.
Fast. Very fast.
Very nice. 3 white lights for Marina. Up now another 2.5 kilos for Aracel.
This is definitely going to be a little bit of a fight for third, hey? Lots of people starting to build their totals slowly but surely.
Right.
Kind of eking out every kilo they can.
Exactly.
Bar is loaded on platform 1.
Well, and one thing that's sometimes a little bit different about nationals is people sometimes at local meets are more there to make a qualifying total or get a PR or maybe even a provincial record. And here at nationals, you're here to win. You want to get on that podium, and you have a large field to compete against. So it often comes down to building your total and good attempt selection. And 3 white lights for Aracel. Again, hometown favorite here in Winnipeg.
160 kilograms. Alberta fans, I got to figure out, you guys are waiting until 2022 to start cheering. Because that's what nationals are and everything.
Janan up next with 160 kilos on the bar.
Loaded on platform 1.
Good. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights are good. Manitoba.
Really being conscientious about her setup, right? Taking her time, very meticulous.
Next, 222.5 kilograms for Nicholas Trelo.
Well, really, the squat begins in the setup and making sure that you're set up properly, you're strong coming off of the rack, You want to be tight the whole way through from the time you unrack that bar. Oh,
And that is a
not
good
quite
save.
today. It looked from this angle, I couldn't quite see it, but it looked like she went really deep. Maybe she went a little deeper than she's accustomed to and just couldn't get back up out of the hole.
It almost like it looked almost like it dipped down a little bit too much on the one side, like kind of almost like something lost tightness on the side there, right?
Yeah, just couldn't quite recover from that, but she can try that one again on her third.
Bar is loaded on platform 1 for Melissa.
Melissa is also lifting 160 kilos for her second. See how she does here.
And this is good for Nicholas.
Nice little walk out there.
Same weight, 222.5 kilos, 490 pounds. Jacob Salada.
That was a good lift for Melissa.
All right.
Melissa is being coached by Shane Martin.
167.5.
And our second Melissa Bueller, up now 167.5 kilos on the bar.
Chris Fudge from Ontario. Bar is loaded on platform 1.
I love that intensity.
Melissa is a very intense lifter. She really does bring that to the platform with her.
And I think that's a huge advantage to you. If you can control your emotions and really hone it in.
Exactly. She's extremely focused.
Oh,
Looked like a nice lift for Melissa and 3 white lights.
like I'm just looking ahead here, and just even looking at the squats and looking at the forecasts, we're gonna have a huge battle. There's gonna be a lot of people battling for third.
There is for sure.
All the totals are decently close, so we're gonna be seeing people executing to the kilo.
Yeah. Attempt selection, game day strategy is going to be the difference here in medal placings, definitely. 190 kilos on the bar now for Christine Castro, second attempt, up 10 kilos from her first.
Bar is loaded for Christine Castro. Platform 1.
That's a jump. Her opener looked quite solid though. It was fast. She was comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So I expect this to do just the same, right?
Next, Quinn Chan, 230 kilos.
And her training videos have looked really solid. She's coming into this meet with a good training cycle behind her. Nope,
Still smiling.
not quite. She stayed with the bar. Spotters and loaders caught her.
And we've had such a great team of spotters and loaders this week already.
We have.
Very attentive, very fast, very efficient.
Folks in the crowd, I want you guys to look at the screen right now. 446 pounds.
So Jessica's gone up 10 kilos here, up to 202.5.
Bar is loaded for Jessica.
Yeah, over 200 kilos being squatted. She's just an incredibly strong lifter.
This is a national record.
Wow. Wow.
Jessica has the patented big smile at the end of her lifts, and we saw it there. And that was a Canadian record. New national record for Jessica on her second. So we'll see what happens with her third.
Just making that record harder and harder to break every time, right?
Definitely.
And that's the caliber of athletes we have lately. It's just like the Canadian records are harder to even reach because people are just coming out here and crushing it.
Well, I think, around when I started lifting, which isn't that long ago, in about 2013, 2014, you saw records falling all the time, and it was just because people were really starting to come into the sport. Now it's getting harder and harder to break those records. because of the quality of lifting we've been getting.
People are sticking around in the sport longer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Lift is good on 2. Majority 2-1.
What a great grind for a third for Candice.
2-1.
Oh, 2-1. One red light from the side judge for depth, but 2 white lights is what you need, and that's what she got, so that's a good lift. 3 for 3. Probably the perfect attempts choice for her there.
I think any more in that might have been a little too much draining, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Here we go, Lydia. If she gets this, that's breaking her current PR. That's fantastic.
Great. 140 kilos on the bar for Lydia.
It's kind of hard to weigh in back to back, right? She weighed in yesterday, and then today.
Yes. Even though you're lifting, you still have to be careful of what you're eating and drinking the day before.
And that's stressful.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
The strength is there, though.
That was close. That was a good grind. Yeah. She'll have that one next time for sure. It's
Easy,
there.
Yes.
Same weight on the bar again now for Hollie Edwards, 140 kilos.
Nice intensity there.
That looked like a pretty fast squat for a third. 3 white lights for Hollie, 3 for 300 squats. 155 now on the bar for Tracy Wetmore.
Tracy Wetmore, you're up. Bar is loaded for Tracy.
Really, these thirds are going to really set the tones going into bench and then deadlift.
Mm-hmm.
I think if people start missing their third squats, we're going to see people that are sitting in 4th, 5th, 6th rise up to say, hey, I'm in third right now, or
Exactly.
I'm vying for third. So.
Every kilo counts in a competition like this, and especially when people are trying to get on the podium. There's 11 lifters, and you want to be in that top 3.
Another good catch by the spotters.
Yeah, good
and
catch by the
loaders.
Spotters. Not quite today.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of this because people are going to say, I need those 2 kilos. I need those 5 kilos to really say, hey.
Well, and
I'm gonna put
you
pressure
really,
on you.
everyone has to look ahead and see what,
Bar is loaded for Marina.
they are predicting is going to happen in bench and deadlifts and where they need to be coming out of each lift.
And we're like even looking at it right now, people are being separated by like what, 5 kilos?
Mm-hmm.
Third is really anyone's game right now.
What a fight on platform 2. Let's see what the referees say. 2-1.
Nice little squat there.
Looks pretty good on that one.
She looks pretty happy. And she got 3 white lights.
You can taste the anticipation in this room right now.
Yes. On both sides of the platform.
Come on, Manitoba, let's hear it.
Bar's loaded.
Got Araceli coming up here with 160.
Let's go, Gio.
Bars loaded on platform 1.
She's got a lot of support behind her here in Manitoba. It's always good to hear.
And the referees say 3 white lights for Guillaume. Back to the 3rd round now. Ron McClellan.
Nice and deep.
Nice try, Araceli, nice try.
That was a really good
Weight
catch.
stays the same for Janine.
Yeah, not quite today.
Millimeters at
Same weight's going to be on the bar now for Janan. She missed this on her second. This was the one where she looked like she kind of bottomed out a little bit. So we'll see how it goes on her third. If she doesn't get it, she'll still have the 155. So she'll go into bench with that as her squat number, which is
Now,
still
this
a good
It's
solid
gonna be
opener.
Interesting, because right now it says she's forecasted in third place. If she misses this, that really kind of opens the door to be a lot more jockeying for that
Exactly.
third place.
BC.
So she really needs to make that to kind of keep the pressure on everyone else.
Exactly. As we were saying, every kilo is going to count in this competition.
I think this might be one of the most exciting sessions this week.
I think so. Definitely with Jessica and Christine here, people, a lot of people are here to see those lifters just because they know we're going to see some big numbers put up.
She has 15 seconds left to get that start.
She had to replace the bar. I'm not sure. Usually that's if the lifter's knees aren't locked or they're not standing upright.
She gets
3
the
seconds
command.
left on the clock, and she got that squat command. Oh, not quite.
Now this is going to get real interesting real quick here.
So yeah, as we can see on our forecast, missing that squat made Janan's prediction go from third to fifth.
Now if the Melissas can keep the pressure on, we're going to have a Melissa versus Melissa situation.
Yeah, for sure.
That happened this morning too. We had a Rachel versus Rachel
Oh,
in the
okay.
72 juniors.
So Melissa Guerin here with 165 on the bar.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
Excellent way to stick with that squat, and it was 3 white lights.
and that grinder was just beautiful.
Yes.
172.5.
Doesn't matter how slow the bar goes up or even if it comes to a stop. As long as there's no downward motion of the whole bar, they can keep going and the lift won't get a blue light for downward motion. Now we have Melissa Bueller, 172.5 kilos for her third.
I think the Alberta people just actually woke up.
Getting this squat would really start separating her from the other Melissa.
And I'm sure Melissa, right now she's forecast for, no, not quite.
Not quite.
Melissa Bueller's definitely in medal contention though. There's, as you said, there's going to be a lot of jockeying back and forth throughout this evening for that podium spot, probably third, but you never know what's going to happen. Just never know.
Looks good. Let's see if the referee says.
Christine's going to take 190 again here, which I think is a very smart move. Like we've seen her in her training videos. I think she took 192.5, was it? In her training videos?
I'm not sure exactly what number she was taking, but I think she missed this on her second. So I think it was a good decision on her part to stick with the same number for her third.
Because in her training she did 195,
Okay.
but she's already done one competition this week, yesterday,
Yes.
and that can take the wind out of you.
And she did it in a heavier weight class as well. So she's had to lose a little bit to get into this one. Oh, wow.
That was a smart decision there.
What did the judges say? 3 white lights. Good for her. It is not easy to miss a squat and then come back and get it. After that, shows what a competitor she is.
Mental fortitude, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I have you guys' attention.
We've got another Canadian record for Jessica here.
Trying to break her own record that she just got on her second. On her second, she got 202.5 kilos. Now she's increased it to 210 for her third.
Unofficial world record attempt here.
Unofficial world record attempt we're hearing.
And she stands up.
Three white lights.
Good lift.
210 kilos, Canadian record, unofficial world record.
That is it for platform 1. Unless we have another fight hiding somewhere that I didn't see.
And we haven't hit bench yet.
All right, folks, once this
Exactly. At some future international competitions. She's going to bring some life to the 72 kilo category for sure.
And just really say, hey, Canada is a huge place for powerlifting. We're competitive. We are bringing the heat.
We really are. We've had our first open world champions over the last few years. Frequently have equipped world champions. We're a force to be reckoned with. So it's great to see this caliber of lifting in Canada. We are going into a 20-minute break between squats and bench.
Don't go anywhere. This is going to be a crazy session tonight.
And we will be back, I guess, just before the beginning of the bench.
Yeah.
So we will be back in about 18 minutes.
See you soon.
Thanks for joining us.
Come on, folks, you can cheer them on. Come on, Q, stand up. Stand up, Q. Here we go. Oh my, more powerlifting royalty. It's okay. Watch out, there's a baby here. Wow. Woo. Oh, sorry, puppy dog, I didn't see the dog. Thanks. Question and answer period. I don't know yet, Brock. I haven't asked any questions. Away, away, come on. Hey, speaking of you Saskatchewan people, where are you? Why aren't you cheering? I was going to say, hey, but cow laughs is milking when it snows, but it's more for you Manitoba types. Where's my coffee? Alan. Some strong boys out of Saskatchewan. Try and say that name faster. Hey, folks, don't forget about the sponsors in the back. We got Ryan and his SBD. If you need any SBD gear, go see Ryan. Come on, folks. You guys in the crowd are pretty quiet for a national record. Oh. Nice try, Guillaume. Lifters on platform 1, you have 3 minutes left before you can cannot change your openers. Lifters on platform 1, 3 minutes. Hey, Mr. DJ, turn it up. Turn it up, Mr. DJ. Let's hear it a little bit louder. Thank you very much. Can I see a show of hands who is not a referee? You're all referees? Holy hell. Yeah, but you just suck anyway. That's right. You. Yeah, you. Uh-huh. I've seen your squats. You have a cool name, though. Right? Named after... If you guys don't know, he's named after a Star Wars character. Anakin. Lifters on platform 1, you have 40 seconds to get your change in if you're going to make any changes. 40 seconds. Don't forget, we've also got A7 in the back. We've got Apex Elite over here. LVD Media's in the house. My eyes are good, but I think that says Athletic Home Styles in the corner there. We do not have a bar tonight. I apologize. No more changes on platform 1. No more changes on platform 1. Referees, spotters, and loaders for platform 1, can you take your positions, please? Hi, live feed crew. How's it going? Pretty good? You guys are awesome. Intense. That was an amazing world record, an unofficial world record, wasn't it? So, for you Saskatchewan folks, do we have any die-hard Riders fans in the house? How does it feel to be in the enemy's home?
Welcome back, folks. We are just under 2 minutes here from our opening bench here, and there's been a lot of changes with some of the bench openers here. Kind of jockeying for who's got the heaviest bench here.
Right. Jessica just raised her bench to 95. It was at 92.5, so her warm-up's supposed to be feeling good. She's, again, trying to get as many kilos for her total as possible.
And I think it really puts some pressure on all the other girls to really get their benches going, you know?
It does. And when looking at the score sheet here, we have 6 of these women opening between 87.5 and 95 kilos. So a lot of people right in the, within 7.5 kilos of one another. And again, every kilo is going to count. Looking at our prognosis for third right now, we have 2 people, forecast total of 417.5, 1 person at 415. So these are going to be really exciting benches to watch and deadlifts to watch. See what happens here. It's really anyone's game. Right now they're looking at third. But again, you just never know what's going to happen with any of the lifters in bench or deadlifts. So this is going to be super exciting.
This is going to be one of those, if you miss one lift, I think you're really putting yourself in a position to not even get close to third.
Oh, definitely. And you're looking at, 2.5 kilos here could make the difference between the podium and 5th, 6th, even 7th position, looking at some of these numbers. So
and looking at the body weight, I think we're going to be going down to body weight.
It very well could be.
And we are starting with 70 for Hollie from Saskatchewan. Yeah, honestly, if it's not down to total, it's going to be down to body weight today.
Yes. We've already seen that. We saw that earlier in the week, and we'll probably see it again here possibly tonight, and if not tonight, in another session.
Really
that
nice
looks
bench.
super easy for Hollie.
Referees say 3 white lights for Hollie. Good lift.
Change your opener on platform 2.
72.5 for Marina. 72.5 for Marina.
And Marina is up next, 72.5 kilos for her opener.
Bars loaded for Marina on platform 1.
So in the bench press, the lifter can elect to have the person behind the bench give them a handoff, so assist them with removing the bar from the bench. And the lifter can instruct their handoff person how they want the bar handed to them.
You've got a minute until that start command, so why not, right? It's not, it'll take maybe 5-10 seconds to tell them? So.
Exactly. And you want that bar handed to you how it's going to help you the best.
Exactly.
3 white lights for Marina. Going up to 75 kilos on the bar now for Tracy.
Lots of Alberta today. I mean, we're biased because we're Alberta.
Yes.
But,
Yes. Alberta is actually the second biggest team here at Nationals this year after Ontario.
Bars loaded for Tracy on platform 1.
No more changes and openers on platform 2. 3 minutes to start.
Taking her time, getting her set up exactly the way she wants it. Bench is sometimes considered the most technical of the 3 lifts, so it's really important to be set up exactly right. 3 white lights for Tracy. Same weight on the bar now for Araceli, 75 kilos.
I think that hitting your first red plate in the bench is such a feat in its own,
For sure, yeah, that 75 kilos is a big benchmark. And they're putting some foot blocks down for Araceli. Lifters are allowed to use foot blocks if they would like.
We have all the referees
Sometimes lifters with shorter legs will use them just so they can really be firmly planted and get some good leg drive, so they're not reaching for the floor with their legs.
A little bit of a bounce when she touched her chest. I don't know if you saw that.
I can't see it from my angle, but the lifter has to have the bar motionless on their chest before they get the press command. So you want to bring it down with control, make it still on your chest really quickly so that you get that press command fast, because when you're laying there, a couple of seconds can feel like forever, and it can mean the difference between an easy lift and one that won't go up. So you really want to have that bar in control as soon as you touch your chest.
It is such a skill proficient lift where you have to keep everything into account. You can't just drop it on your chest. You have to really keep everything tight as you touch your chest, and that press, like just engaging all your muscles.
Yeah, exactly.
And leg drive.
And that looked like a pretty easy opener for Candice. 3 white lights, her 80 kilo opener. Jumping now to 87.5 for Lydia. Lydia also competed in bench only yesterday. Had a good day there. We'll see how bench goes for her today.
And it'll be fun to see her and Melissa Bueller trade potentially the Alberta bench record. It's going to be a good driving force.
Yeah, and they're both opening at 87.5, so they're very similar in their bench ability. So it'll be interesting to see how tonight plays out.
Now, if you're watching the lifting cast score sheet, you're going to notice that Lydia, Melissa Bueller, and then Melissa Guerin are all like benching the same weight, but they're in a specific order based on lot number. So that's their number that they have to follow when they're getting weighed in, and the person with the lowest lot number will do the attempt first. So just in case you didn't know that or aren't following powerlifting very closely.
That was 3 white lights for Lydia.
All right, weight stays the same for Melissa Bueller.
2 more lifters now at 87.5 kilos. So
That's
3 lifters opening with that.
That's almost 200 pounds.
Yes, for their openers. So definitely over body weight for all of these lifters.
Guys loaded up 2 for Russell. 127.5 kilograms.
Melissa's favorite powerlifting moment was breaking the bench provincial record and having Gino throw her hand in the air. And I believe that was at Alberta Provincials last summer. 2-1. She got 1 red light from one of our judges on the side. I'm not sure what that was for. It was a yellow card.
Might have been feet.
Oh, okay. She may have moved her foot. But 2 white lights, so that was a good lift.
And that's the thing where we are. We can't see everything the refs see. And of course, they can only see what they see.
Exactly.
So,
and that's why there's 3 referees. Different angles, different perspectives from each of them.
really easy opener for Melissa Guerin here.
Yeah.
3 white lights. And we're going up to 90 kilograms.
90 kilos now. Christine Castro. So almost 200 pounds here on the bar for her opener.
Bars loaded for Castro. Come on, Castro, let's go.
Must be nice Because last year she was a 63, right?
She missed making weight though last year. So this year she has gone up to 72, and her training has looked super strong. So it looks, the way things have been looking, looks like that was probably a good decision for her.
Nice and easy for Christine here.
Easy opener for Christine. 3 white lights. That looked fantastic.
95 kilograms, please, for Jessica Bueller. 95 kilograms.
Jessica Bueller up next now with 95 kilos on the bar.
That mustache really needs to go back to the 70s, buddy.
Let's go to the middle. Let's see what the referee say. 3 white lights for Carol.
Bars loaded for Jessica. Bars loaded.
One thing Jessica posts about quite a bit in her lifting is that she is a type 1 diabetic. So she has some challenges. She has to manage her insulin, manage her diet very carefully with her lifting. And she posts about that quite a bit, and it's really quite interesting to follow how that is for her and what she has to do to keep that managed.
It's a good
3
look
white
for
lights,
her.
easy lift for Jessica.
And I think there's a perception, of diabetics just in general, right? Where, everyone's got this preconceived notion of what it's like to be a diabetic. And she's really changing that and saying, hey, I'm capable of doing this no matter what.
Exactly.
And I love that. I think that's a huge thing that needs to be celebrated, for sure.
So for the bench press,
Janan now has also 95 kilos on the bar, same as Jessica for her opener. Janan is a very strong bencher.
Most definitely.
And she has a twin, it says here on her lifter card. That looked really easy for Janan.
That's a
3
blink
white
if you
lights.
miss it, right?
Yes.
all right, we're going to go up to
All of those openers looked really good.
number 2 for the
Green across the board. Everyone made their opener.
kilograms, please.
Now we're back to the top of the order. Hollie with 75 kilos, 165 pounds. But again, now, we're in the 72 kilo class. So now with the seconds, all of these benches that we're going to see are over body weight for these ladies.
Everyone's going to be pushing each other to lift more and more.
Yeah.
And I think their third benches are going to be pretty impressive.
Another good looking lift. And the referees say 3 white lights.
3 white lights for Hollie. That was a really good second.
77.5
Moved well.
for Marina, please. 77.5.
It's got to be difficult because you have to play I don't want to push my athlete too much to the point where they're kind of getting exhausted for deadlifts, but I also need them to get every single kilo possible.
Exactly. And yeah, as we're seeing in this competition, that's going to make the difference.
2 to 1, that's a good lift for Nicholas. Next we have Tabuli Hazarmi, 160 kilos, well, 353 pounds, also from Ontario. And Louis Alexis Bratton on deck. And bars loaded.
A little more of a grind for Marina here.
A little bit more on that one, but 3 white lights. She got that lift. We'll see what she and her coach decide to put in for her third. I'm suspecting they won't be going up too much from that.
Thank you. Bars loaded.
Bars loaded for Tracy Whatmore of Alberta. Asking for the handoff here.
80 kilos on the bar. Tracy says one of her favorite powerlifting moments was at her first competition when she had an unapproved singlet and somebody just offered her an extra one so that she would be able to lift. Showed her what a great community the powerlifting community is.
Louis Alexis Bratton, he is from Quebec.
Push it up, push it up, push it up, push it up, push it up. Keep fighting.
Just a little
That
bit.
was a good fight from Tracy for sure. Oh, you could see she had a pretty long press command. She was quite wobbly on her chest there. She wasn't keeping the bar still, so she had a longer press command. That makes it harder to press up. Again, that's why it's just so important to just be really in control and super tight the whole way down and motionless on the chest.
The referee say 2-1, good lift. Next, Alan Young, 162.5 kilos, 358 pounds. He is from Saskatchewan.
Aracel up now, 82.5 kilos on the bar for her. Oh. Aracel realized right away she didn't wait for the press command and just kind of realized that and didn't continue with the lift, which was probably a smart decision. There's no point wasting energy when you're not going to make the lift anyway. So she can try that one again on her third.
That's actually quite a smart thing to do, realizing that and just saying, "No, let's just cut it now."
Yeah. There's no point wasting your energy for a lift that you're not going to get. So save it for the third, come back and get a good lift.
Save it for your deadlift.
Yeah, that too.
Yilma's up next, also 162.5 kilos. Yilma's from New Brunswick. This is 358 pounds. Bars loaded.
Wow.
That looks like a really nice lift from Candice. 82.5 kilos, 3 white lights.
Solid second for
Yep.
sure.
She only went up 2.5 kilos on that. So we'll see what they do for her third. Oh, Lydia's made a 5 kilo jump here to 92.5 from 97.5. Or sorry, 87.5.
Bar is loaded for Lydia.
Her first did look really solid.
And I think what's interesting is yesterday she missed 97.5 in bench only, but you could tell the strength was there. So
White lights for Guillaume.
I'm sure that she's probably going to try to go up 5 after this.
177.5 kilos.
I would hope so anyway.
They'll definitely, her and she has Shane Martin coaching her. Obviously, he knows a thing or two about bench, being the best male bencher in Canada. So he'll watch, see how it moved, and decide what they're going to do for their third. 2 white lights, 1 red light. I'm not sure what that was for.
Probably her feet.
Could be her feet.
Bars loaded for Melissa.
I actually train with Lydia quite frequently, so she's quite a very technical person when it comes to bench. So I don't think it would be her butt or her head coming off the bench, right?
Okay, bars loaded.
Yeah, the side referee may have seen some movement. He may have felt her foot wasn't flat.
Well, looking from this angle, her shoes are Converse, and sometimes with Converse, the edges come up a little bit if you put too much pressure. So it's definitely something to watch out for, right?
It is definitely, you notice if somebody does get a red light for not having their feet flat, they are often wearing a flat shoe like a Converse. You see that more often in those shoes than you do in lifting shoes.
Well, Melissa Garon got 92.5 here.
3 white lights. Melissa Bueller now has gone to 95 kilos from her opener of 87.5. So she was making a 7.5 kilo jump. That's a quite a large jump for bench.
Right
now, if Melissa Bueller gets this, there's only 2.5 kilos between her and Melissa Garon.
You guys are watching how she sets up. She's got
Yes.
textbook setups.
Yes.
Yes.
First setup.
137.5 kilos, 303 pounds.
That's going to be interesting. A little more pressure for her to hit this
Bars loaded for
and make it look easy, right?
Conrad, Daryl, on deck.
That looks
Not
like a
bad.
good lift from where we're sitting, and 3 white lights.
All right, 97.5 for Christine Castro.
So yes, those were some much needed kilos for Melissa. I'm glad she got that lift.
Just waiting in bated anticipation to see what she puts in for a third here.
Alberta people, you can cheer for her. She's looking
And
good.
97.5 now on the bar for Christine Castro. Again, that her 90 opener looked really smooth and easy.
It really
She's gone
did.
up 7.5 kilos.
I think we might see 100 from her today.
If she makes this lift, obviously, 100 will be the minimum that she has to put in.
Conrad Darrell Bernard up next, 145 kilos, 320 pounds.
Come on, Castro.
He's from a local boy here from Manitoba.
She's really good at bringing her chest to the bar, you know? Like
Yes.
Getting her chest up and then pulling that bar
Three
down.
white lights.
3 white lights for Christine. So we'll see what she puts in for a third. 100 kilos now on the bar for Jessica. 220 pounds for her second. Her first looked really easy.
I know guys that can't even bench press this. Bars loaded. Come on, Jessica.
So Melissa's gone up to 97.5. I think Christine put 100 in.
Yeah.
That might have been good.
Again, she wants to get every kilo she can towards her total. And if she's, if her and her coach are not sure about maybe 102.5, take your 2.5 kilos that you're pretty sure you can get and put it towards your total.
Yeah.
And 3 white lights for Jessica. Good lift. 100 kilos on the bar also for Janan.
100 kilograms. Bars loaded. I'm looking at the wrong numbers. It's been a long day. You hear that, Jennifer?
Good. Referee saying 3 white lights occur. Next up, Quinton Chan, 160 kilos, 300.
Nice, strong setup from Ganan here.
Followed by Nicholas Trillo.
Really important to nail your setup, right? Just any wrong movement in it, and that's it, you know?
It can make all the difference between making the lift and not making the lift. So it's worth taking the time to set up the way you want. She made that lift. 3 white lights.
All right, now we're going to 80 kilograms. Tracy Watmore.
I don't think Janan will probably go up too much from that 100. That looked fairly tough for her.
Yeah. Oh, Jessica only went up 2.5 too.
Bars loaded on platform 1.
And Jessica, is if Jessica makes the lift she thinks she's going to make, she'll easily take first. So she may want to save some energy for deadlifts as well.
3 white lights for Quinton Chan. 165 kilos, 360.
80 kilos on the bar here for Tracy.
Trillo from Ontario.
She's gonna retake it.
Yep, she missed this on her second.
Kafui. And bars loaded.
If you folks have never seen
There we
Nicholas
go.
Trillo bench, she's an
That was a
amazing
lot
bencher as well.
more settled on her chest when she got the press
Platform
command.
Yeah.
1, referees say 3 white
And
lights.
3 white lights.
All right, same weight. Same weight for Hollie Francine Edwards on platform 1.
80 kilos again now for Hollie Edwards.
Come on, Hollie. Come on, Saskatchewan material.
Really solid bench day for Holly so far.
It has been. She went 3 for 3 on squats, and she's gotten both her benches so far.
Come on, Hollie, push it, push it, push it. There you go.
What a nice grind.
65 kilos on the bar for Kafui.
3 white lights. Probably the perfect selection there, attempt-wise. I don't think she would have had another 2.5 kilos in her, but she got 3 white lights on that one. So sitting at 6 for 6 for lifts right now. And coming up next is Marina, also 80 kilos on the bar.
And these are all over body weight bench presses.
Yes.
Like, I can't stress that enough. Like, when I started powerlifting, I never thought I'd ever get close to that. So it just goes to show you how strong these women are.
weight. Next, we have Alvin Young, 167.5 kilos, 370 pounds.
Push.
And that was a good lift for Marina, 3 white lights. And she's also sitting 6 for 6 so far today.
Hey, folks, if you didn't know,
85 kilos now for Candice.
she's also one of the owners of the Athletic Home Styles in the corner. They're supplying all of the trophies at the end of this. Bars loaded. You guys want to go take a look and see what they have? They got some pretty amazing stuff over there.
A little more of a conservative jump here, but
Come on, Candice, 85 kilograms.
if you have an idea of your upper limit and you're just working towards it, that's not a bad idea to just do 2.5 kilo jumps, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right, Justin doesn't have it here.
Candice says her coach is Richard Bell, and he couldn't come here with her, but she wants to thank him. She's made tremendous progress with him.
Nice walkout.
And 3 white lights.
And bars loaded.
So another 6 for 6 lifter.
Aracel Mateo, 87.5.
I'm sure he'd be very proud of that, even though he can't be here today.
And hopefully he's watching her on the live stream and seeing how well she's
Aracel's
doing.
got this one. She missed her last one. Bars loaded. But she's moving up.
He might not be here physically, but he's here in spirit, that's
Yes.
for sure.
So Aracel missed her second bench. She was the one, if you remember, she realized she didn't wait for the press command and just stopped the lift. And she's actually gone up 5 kilos from that.
2 to 1, it's a good lift. Next, 172.5 kilos, 380 pounds.
Let's see if she gets that.
Let's see what the judges say.
Judges say, oh, little bit of downward motion there on the bar. So 2 of the
Little bit,
judges gave her the blue card, downward motion of the bar.
I still think that was a good choice. I think that would have, going with the game plan.
Yeah.
Is loaded on platform 1 for the
You have to be a really experienced lifter to be able to do that. For newer lifters, if you miss a lift, it's really a good idea to get that lift before you move up. There's, nothing about adding weight to the bar that's going to make the lift easier normally for most people. So more experienced lifters can do that. If they miss something on a technicality, they know they've got the strength, they know they've got the ability to overcome that and get it on a future lift.
The gamble was a good gamble, but I think it cost her some kilograms for sure.
Exactly, because now her best bench is 75 kilos. Oh.
Unfortunately, Lydia didn't get
Yes.
95 here.
But she got her 92.5, so good solid number to go into deadlifts with.
Come on, McClellan. Let's see what you got. Bars loaded on platform 1.
Bars loaded on platform 2.
Melissa Guerin also going for 95 kilos here.
Ryan, if you miss your mom's kicking you out of the house.
Oh, there we go.
That was like a good lift.
That was a really good lift.
And the referees agree.
3 white lights for Melissa for her 95 kilos.
All right. Melissa Bueller is next. 97.5.
If Melissa Bueller gets this, there's going to be, 5 kilos between her and Melissa Garon?
Look at that. Ryan McClellan gets to stay at home. Bars loaded on platform 1.
And they're really going to have to fight on their deadlifts because Melissa Garon is only opening 5 kilos more than Melissa Bueller.
That's the thing. They're very, all of their lifts they're extremely close on. There isn't one that's a much stronger deadlifter, one that's a much stronger bencher. They're just really close on all of their lifts. So it's going to be interesting to watch the deadlift battle between them play out for maybe 3rd and 4th position.
Oh,
Nice try, Melissa. Nice try.
that was a good
Not
attempt
quite.
by Melissa Bueller there.
She'll take the 95 she got on her second as
Christine Castro.
her best bench number going into deadlifts.
I have a sinking suspicion, excited suspicion that if they tie, we're going to see one win out over
It,
for body
yes,
weight.
it could come down to body weight between them. And right now our lifting cast is down, so we're just pulling the data up on our phones. Melissa Bueller is actually lower in body weight, 70.67 she weighed in at. Melissa Guerin weighed in at 70.98. Melissa Guerin has a higher lot number. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Oh, not quite for Christine Castro. Good grind, couldn't quite get out that 100 kilos. Managed 97.5 on her second. Jessica Butner now 102.5 kilos on the bar, up 2.5 from her second.
Bars loaded for Jessica. Jessica's our second last lifter of this bench press session.
If Ganon gets her third bench, she might pull right back into things.
She could for sure. Looking at the prognosis, we have 3 lifters, one at prognosis 422.5, 2 at 425. It's really anyone's game. Right now,
Good job to Jessica
nice
there.
lift for Jessica. Big hug from her coach, Justin Reeson.
And that's a bench PR for her by quite a bit. Her best bench up to this date was 97.5, so hitting 102.
Bars loaded on platform 1.
So a 5 kilo PR.
Which is not easy for bench.
Definitely not. Janan now 102.5 kilos on the bar for her as well. Her second looked fairly tough for her. So we'll see what adding the extra 2.5 does, if she's able to make this lift. Oh, not quite today.
Not quite today.
All right, folks, that's it for platform 1 for bench press.
So we are going to take another 20-minute break between bench and deadlift here. It's still anyone's game for third here, and it's going to get very competitive real quick. Anyone missing any kilos really almost like gives up third place. So
there's going to have to be really good strategy in terms of picking attempts and watching the board to see where other people are placing. It's going to be really exciting. We may see a few last minute changes in our third round of deadlifts. So join us again in about 20 minutes. It's going to be exciting, and I can't wait for it to start.
Come on, Jen. Come on, Chan. Come on, Chan. Face for radio, I know. Come on, folks, let's get behind Nicholas here. Or you could sit there and just do a golf club. Your choice. Ontario folks, I'm ashamed of you guys. Yep. Hey, folks, if you didn't know, we have a sponsor over here. Lewis Knoppers and Val Harden. They're wrapping off one of the racks in the back. So if you want to come see, if you want to go see the racks out front, $10 a ticket, you could win a rack. A bench press squat rack if you want to get it. Mind if I sit here? I have to be able to sit first. Sitting's not a problem. Standing up is the problem. Nope. Come on, McClellan. If you miss this, we're going to disown you from the bench team. Come on, Ryan. You've been wanting this for a while. There's a big number. Let's go. Come on, Ryan, push, push, push. Right through the lock. Come on, push. Nice try, Ryan. Nice try. Lifters on platform 1, you have 5 minutes left to change your opener for deadlift. 5 minutes. Technically 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Platform 1, you've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to change your openers, Platform 1. Folks in the crowd, don't forget to go see our sponsors all over the place. Go see Lewis. You could win a rack. A rack for your gym. Aaliyah, I see you looking. I see you looking, thinking for the gym back home in Quebec. Best hair of the event is right there in the middle, folks. And she's from Ontario, I think. Oh, son of a bitch, that hurts. All right, I'm getting too old for this shit. No. The minute I sit down, I'm in trouble. Next time we want to take pictures, you have to stand on your chair because you're too short. Platform 1, you have 1 minute to change your openers. 1 minute. Try and stand up is like, oh, this hurts so much. Mr. Rock, The Rock, not Dwayne Johnson Rock, but Brian Rock. All right. Platform 1, no more changes to your openers. You is out of luck if you're in the back. That's right. What? I don't even know what to say. Hey, Marina, do you live near a marina?
Okay, Lainey and I are back. We are starting this third round of deadlifts for our 72 kilo open women's division in about 2 minutes. Again, we're going to see a lot of excitement here tonight. Of course, we'll see Jessica Buettner with her signature massive deadlift. But it looks like we're going to have quite a lot of competition to get on the podium for third. We have 3 people very close in their forecasted total. So it's going to be interesting how this all plays out. And we'll see who ends up getting on the podium. It looks like if things go according to plan, Jessica Buettner will be the gold medalist. Christine Castro will be silver. But third is really up in the air right now, and it's going to depend on some game day strategy and figuring out what you need to do to get that third place finish.
There's no room for error right now for anyone.
For sure, and you really need to be able to look at the competitors and see how they're lifting, look at the numbers they're putting in, adjust your numbers, be willing to make changes in that third deadlift. Because it could come down to the final pull for the podium spot, for sure.
And that's why it's really important to have a really good handler or a coach at these events. Like, there's
Exactly.
no way you as a lifter can watch this by yourself, because there are people listening in on conversations, watching screens, making some really good judgment calls. So shout out to all these handlers out here.
Oh, for sure. You really notice that at a meet at the level of nationals, what a difference having an experienced game day coach can make.
And here we go. Tracy Whatmore. First dead at 140.
308 pounds here on the bar for Tracy
Folks, we're also doing the best
for her
socks
opener.
competition of this round.
This is Tracy's first nationals. Looked like a nice, easy opener for her.
It's that easy.
3 white lights.
Good lift.
Matt, can you come to the platform, please? Matt. Lydia, 140 on the bar, please. Lydia North, you're next. 140 on the bar.
Lydia is also
Matt, put
opening
stuff on your face and come to
with
the platform,
140 on the bar.
please. Bar's loaded on platform 1.
She wants to say thank you to all the volunteers.
Come on, Lydia, you got this.
Oh, and she also says she referees roller derby.
Pick off, throw.
Now that is a hard sport too.
Oh, look how easy that looks.
Nice pull from
Looked
Lydia.
easy. Nice lockout. 3 white lights for Lydia.
Shout out again to Evolve Downtown in Edmonton.
147.5 for Aracel. 147.5
Lydia's home gym.
for Aracel, please.
Aracel now with 147.5 kilos on the bar.
147.5.
Now, if you're not someone who normally watches powerlifting, there's two styles of deadlift. We've got sumo, where your hands are in the middle of the bar, your feet are spread out. It's a nice wide stance. There's also conventional, where your feet are closer together, your hands are outside of your legs there.
3 minutes to change your openers on platform 2.
Aracel here's a conventional lifter.
6 minutes to start.
Come on, coach. What's the
Nice easy opener. 3 white lights for Aracel.
155 kilograms, please, for Marina, who does not live near Marina. 40-minute drive is not close. 155.
Marina out of Port Coquitlam, BC.
Bars loaded for Marina on platform 1. Hollie, you're next.
She wants to give a shout out to Blacksmith Fitness, powerlifting gym in BC, where she trains.
Makes that look easy.
Nice and easy deadlift for her.
Friends, 'cause I'm a Slytherin. I'm sorry.
2 minutes to change
3
openers.
white lights. 160 going on the bar now for Hollie.
Hollie Francis, followed by Melissa Bueller. Bars loaded for Hollie. Oh, Hollie's got amazing socks here. I'm sorry, but you just cannot.
Nice, easy deadlift there too for Hollie.
And staying with 160 on the bar now for Melissa Bueller.
160 on the bar for Melissa
Just
Bueller.
overheard someone make the comment that socks are the only freedom of expression we have as powerlifters. And I agree. You get to have so much fun with whatever socks you decide to wear, right?
Yep.
4 minutes to start.
Bars loaded for Melissa Bueller.
Way to have a little bit of fun in the
160
deadlifts.
kilograms.
Melissa is a media consultant, works in advertising, originally from Swan River, Manitoba.
That's 352 pounds or
Nice
And 3
opener
white
there.
lights.
162.5, please, for Candice. 162.5.
Time to put the pressure, eh?
Steph, you need a pillow.
20 seconds to change your openers.
Can I have a pillow up front, please?
Platform 2.
Bars loaded on platform 1.
Here we go with Candice. All of the openers so far have looked nice and easy.
And that's a good thing.
Opener, 3 minutes to start.
Nice and easy.
Yes, again, you want to get a good solid opener, see how that feels, decide where you want to go from there. Janan up next, 165 kilos for her.
Not a lot of room for putting like your personal PR on your opener, right?
Again, Janan isn't too far out of that medal contention either.
No.
There's a number of our lifters that are close enough together that really it could flip-flop and go in any direction here, depending on who makes their lifts, what they put in for their seconds.
To start on platform 2.
Really important to be honest with yourself, right?
Well, that's the thing. You really you want to get all the kilos you can here. So you need to be making lifts.
3 white lights.
3 lights there for
Weight
Ganan.
stays the same, 165 kilograms on the bar.
Because I know,
For
you know,
Melissa
when you're
O'Donnell.
younger, when you're newer to the sport, it's really tempting to be like, no, I can lift this, and not telling your handlers, not telling your coach. And I think that's where some critical errors get made, right?
Right.
The bar is chargé, would be that.
Because you want it. You want to hit some big lifts. You want to place. You want to medal. But sometimes it's better to get reined in and let the game play itself out, right?
Exactly.
One minute to start on platform 2.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. Real fast opener for Melissa.
Very
Vaughn.
fast. Yes, and again, right now Melissa is forecast to be in 4th, so nice to see that moving so quickly. That'll put her in good position for maybe, getting onto the podium. Now we're jumping up over 200 kilos, up 40 kilos from the last attempt, so 205 kilos on the bar for Christine Castro, her opening attempt. 451 pounds, just unreal as an opener. And we still have one more to come.
Bars loaded for Castro.
Lots of support here for Christine.
Come on, Castro.
Bars loaded on 2. Anthony followed by Allen.
Joshua, no hats in the back, please. Take it off. Come on, Castro. There we go.
Smile from Christine, 3 white lights.
3 white lights.
All right, folks. I don't even know what to say. 200.
Now, Jessica's deadlift record right now is sitting at 243.5. Based on how this deadlift flies, I wonder if she's going to break her own Canadian deadlift record.
I think we could definitely see her attempt that. Opening with 230, so 243.5 is only 13.5 kilos more than that over 2 lifts. We'll see how this one moves and see what her coach thinks.
Come on, folks, let's hear you. This is 500 pounds.
Over 500 pounds for opener. Nice and easy for
Fast.
Jessica. Looked fantastic. 3 white lights.
3 white lights.
Jessica says her favorite powerlifting moment was winning silver in Sweden and standing on the podium with Kim Walford. I'm pretty sure that would be my favorite powerlifting moment also, if that ever happened to me.
Bars loaded on 2.
You know, the world record for deadlift in the 72s is 249 and a half.
Wow.
And that was sent in 1990. Really, I would love to see her try to do an unofficial world record right now.
That would be amazing, and that, you know, she's within striking distance of that. So even if it doesn't happen tonight, I think in the future we will see Jessica Buettner, you know, attempting and possibly getting a world record deadlift.
I mean, it looks like she has 20 kilos on that, right?
Yes.
Deadlift from Tracy here.
And 3 white lights for Tracy's second.
Weight stays the same, 150 kilograms for Lydia. Araceli, you're next. Bars loaded for Lydia.
Oh,
Nice easy opener.
and it looks like Jessica went up to 240. We might see an unofficial world record tonight, folks.
We could. 240 kilos for her second.
Ontario Neutrino is up next. Bars loaded.
Come on, Lydia. That's it, pull.
Nice pull from Lydia there.
All right, what the referee say? 3 white lights.
Good
White
lift.
Load the bar to 157.5 for Araceli. 157.5. Don't forget, folks, in the back, we got A7, we got SPD, we got Strong Arm. On the side, we got Apex.
We're still seeing 2.5
We got
kilo difference between third and fourth right now.
Bars loaded on platform 1. And we got Athletics home style.
Yes. Very close competition. Thirds are going to be exciting.
46 pounds.
Yeah, basically 5 kilo difference.
Bars loaded.
Oh, yeah. Nice and smooth.
Nice speed on that one.
Good lift from Araceli. Strong Arm Sport is the session sponsor. You can see our platform crews wearing Strong Arm shirts. They're also here in the venue, set up. IPF approved equipment and apparel for sale. You can also go on to their website and have a look at all they have to offer.
3 white lights for Nicholas. Next, Ryan McClellan, 250 kilos. BC, 551
Bars
pounds.
loaded for Marina.
Marina coming up here.
Nielsen's on deck.
Come on, Marina.
Getting really intense here. Wow.
Coach, come on.
That was a nice speedy second for Marina.
Here we go. 2 to 1.
2
Blue
white
light
lights,
for
1
hitching.
blue light.
Yeah, if you got a question, go
Probably a
to-
little bit of downward motion on the bar.
I think it was hitching. To me, it looked like it
Okay.
might have been a little bit of hitching, but
That could be I kind of have the plates, the plate rack in front of the lifter, so I'm not getting
Next up, Kurt Cornelius,
a real clear view.
205 kilos.
Bars loaded for Melissa.
He's from Manitoba.
Melissa Bueller here getting ready for this lift.
And bars loaded.
This is a chance for her to pull ahead.
Oh, not today.
Make sure that bars not-
Or not this one. She can try that one again on her third.
170 kilograms for Hollie. Jeanette, you're next. You're on deck. Hollie's up. Jeanette's next.
Nice easy pull. A 3 safe, 3
And this is what we were talking about, where a missed lift can really potentially make all the difference, right? Because right before that pull, Melissa Bueller was sitting, I think, third or fourth, and now she's dropped down to fifth.
Right,
So she
right.
really needs to hit a pretty heavy deadlift.
Yeah, she definitely needed that lift. She's going to try the same again on her third.
2 to 1.
And I would agree with that. It looked like Hollie hitched just a little bit on her right side there, but
And we did see a blue card from that judge, so that's probably what she was.
but still 2 white lights. She still got the lift, right?
Yeah,
Bars loaded.
That's all you need. 2 white lights.
Good lift for now.
Janan up now, also with 170 on the bar.
Louis Alexis Rat, 275 kilos, 606 pounds. He is from Quebec. He'll be followed by Guillaume Laurent.
Some interesting strategy going around, that's for sure. Melissa Bueller staying at 167.5 here. Oh, Nan missed her second attempt here.
All right, 172.5 for Candice.
And I think people are starting to tire out a little bit as they're pushing each other to be heavier and heavier and get every kilo. You're now hitting your deadlifts almost exhausted, right?
And
Good lift, 2-1 for Louis Alexis.
it's also 7:30 here, so it's getting later into the evening and people are tired and there's been a lot of adrenaline flowing all day, and sometimes that kind of fizzles towards the end of the deadlift, so it's really important to keep that energy up because, again, these top spots are coming down to these last few kilos.
And I mean, good pull from Candice here.
Nice pull from her, 3 white lights.
I mean, you can eat all the candy, have all the energy drinks in the world, but, eventually your body's going to say, no, I can't.
Exactly. 175 now on the bar for Melissa.
Shout out to our spotters and loaders. Oh my goodness, they are so fast.
White lights for Guillaume. Next, Louis Hassanovi.
Yes, the competition, throughout the entire competition, spotting and loading has just been fantastic.
Oh,
She
pull
stuck
from
with
Melissa
that.
O'Donnell.
3 white lights. That was a fantastic pull.
250 kilograms. 215 kilograms
No.
for Christine Castro. Jessica Bucher, you're on deck.
Depending on what her competition lifts, either she needs to go up quite a bit, or she can be a little safer with less pull on her next one, right?
Melissa's currently forecast in third, but again, there's no guarantees with that. There's a number of lifters that are in pretty close proximity to one another.
Yeah.
Loaded bar, 245 kilos, 540
But I
pounds.
think we're starting to finally see them spread out a little bit more.
Bars loaded for Castro.
And 215 kilos now for Christine Castro.
Trying to close that gap just a little bit, right?
Go on, Castro.
If you're looking at the score sheet, you can see that Christine Castro's forecast IPF points right now are 806. That really is incredible.
Nice try, Christine. Nice try.
Oh, she didn't
All right,
quite
folks.
make that.
Loaders, please load the bar to 240 kilograms. Okay, folks, I need your attention. There's 3 things with this lift. This is a national deadlift record, a national total record, and an unofficial world total.
And good lift for Anthony.
So she'll be breaking her deadlift record in the 72 by 2.5 kilos. And she's lifted more than this. Back in Commonwealth in October, I do believe, she did 243.5 at 84. So
This will also give Jessica a national total record.
Justin Mason, no slapping in front of the crowd, please.
That looked easy.
super easy.
National record, national deadlift record, national total
We
record.
are starting the third deadlifts.
What next?
Deadlifts on platform 1.
And she still has one more lift to go. 240 kilos, over 3 times her body weight, well over 3 times her body weight.
So I do need to make a mini correction. Earlier I said the deadlift record was, I think, 249. It is 244. It's held by Kim Walford. That was done in Iceland.
Tracy Watmore, you're going to get Lydia your
So
Okay, so Jessica just lifted 240. Has she put in her third?
she just did 250. So we're about
Okay.
to. We potentially might see an unofficial world record.
An unofficial world record. And based on the speed that 240 moved, I would not be surprised at all if we see an unofficial world record here tonight.
Kim Walford. We'll have some fun at Worlds. That's for sure.
She'll definitely have some competition. 155 now, going into our thirds, 155 kilos on the bar for Tracy.
Oh. Nice fight there.
That's a good looking lift. What do the referees say?
3 white lights.
3 white lights.
So I've just noticed that Melissa Bueller has upped her third deadlift to 175. She gets that, she's third.
That
I think. As long as Melissa Garon doesn't hit hers.
Bars loaded for
there's
Lydia.
we now have 4 lifters with 175 kilo deadlifts as of right now. I think we're going to see a lot of jockeying for position, a lot of last minute changes based on how other competitors do.
No lift. Little lift a hitch on the top. Come back again.
Oh, not there for Lydia today.
68 pounds at the bars loaded.
Valiant effort though.
162.5, please.
Aracel up next, 162.5 kilos.
And I think one thing that's going to be really fun to see is this this jogging, how fast it's going to start moving here.
Yes.
Looks good. Let's see what the referees say.
Oh, that's a good try.
Next, 260 kilos. Ron McClellan.
Great
No
effort.
lift for Aracel. 175 now for Hollie. If she makes this lift, she will move from 8th to 7th.
Melissa Bueller, you're on deck.
There's a lot of pressure on Melissa to get this
Bars loaded for
deadlift
Hollie.
coming up here.
Remember, folks, Hollie's the owner of the lead home.
And if Hollie gets this, she goes 9 for 9 today.
Yes.
270 kilos. 595.
And I think she did it.
All right, let's see what the referees say.
She did. 9 for 9 day for Hollie.
Bars loaded on 2.
Weight is the same. Melissa Bueller, 175.
175 for Melissa. Now 167.5 really didn't move. So we'll see what happens here with the 175.
I'm thinking they're banking on Melissa Garon not making her third. Because if Melissa Bueller pulls this, she'll move into third. Based on how Melissa Garon's second deadlift went, they're banking that she might not get that. And then if they tie, Melissa Bueller will win for third.
Yes.
So that's a lot of hope and things, right?
Yes. They're doing what they need to do to get Melissa on the platform.
Followed by Kurt Cornelison.
And it looks like Melissa is passing on her third. I couldn't quite see what happened there, but I don't know. That's tough. That is tough, but
Well, folks, let's get behind you.
that was a very good show of character there.
This moves her from 5th to 4th if she makes this.
Seconds.
Gravity wins today.
Not quite today for Janan.
175 for Marina.
Wow. That was quite unexpected, hey?
175 stays on the bar.
And no
I think
Sputters.
Melissa Garon will probably be her third place.
Nielsen, 612 pounds.
It is looking that way.
Bar is loaded.
Now, what will be interesting to see is if they drop Melissa's third. To 177.5. She doesn't need to pull 180. She may want to for a PR.
Next pull. Let's see what the referees say.
And that's the thing with these fights. You don't know how they're going to turn out until we get to those third deadlifts, right?
At 77 point.
Marina's had such a wonderful day, too.
633 pounds for Louis Alexis Bratton.
Yes, she's gone 8 for 8 so far, trying for 9 for 9.
And
Looks like she may have it. And she does.
Wonderful.
9 for 9 day.
congrats to Marina for an also 9 for 9 day. That's
6th place
overall.
right now. Candice, 177.5. If Candice pulls this, she'll move from 8th to 7th.
177.5 for Candice. Melissa, you're on. You're on.
Double block, 297.5 kilos, 656 pounds. Is from New Brunswick. And bars loaded for Guillaume.
Bars loaded.
Guillaume and Mccain are within 5 kilos of each other. It's going to come down to the last deadlift. Both these gentlemen.
Come on, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. Come on, come on, come through. There we go. That was a good fight.
What did the judges say? That was a great fight. And she gets the lift.
Congratulations there.
Red card from the center judge, meaning knees weren't locked or her shoulders weren't back. Center judge saw something. Side judges gave her a white light.
15 kilos, just short of 700 pounds.
This pull will keep her in third place.
I know Mccain pulled this.
Well, folks, we're on our last three lifters.
Melissa Garin has secured the bronze medal. Even if she misses this lift, she will still have bronze.
Bar is loaded. Melissa Garon, 180 kilograms.
And she is going to pass.
Pass as well.
She's going to take her bronze medal and pass on this lift.
What amazing lifters we have. Not only are they strong and competitive, but they're also really good sports.
Yes.
You know?
496 pounds.
Looks like Christine wants to close that gap between her and Jessica Buettner. Just a little bit, right?
Right. And that was probably a smart move for Melissa. There's no point, risking a potential injury or anything like that when you've already secured the bronze. She doesn't have a chance to move into the silver medal position. So, pass on the third and take your bronze medal and be extremely happy with that performance in this category.
This crowd is going wild.
225 kilos, almost 500 pounds here on the bar for Christine. Amazing. So much energy in the crowd. Everyone is behind her. We want to see her make this pull. Oh,
She got it off the ground, though.
she did. Not quite today.
Please lower the bar to 250 kilograms. We're just
So not only is this a Canadian national record, this is an official world record.
national record total. Unofficial world record.
551 pounds.
And also an unofficial world record total
Yes.
as well.
Ontario. She'll be followed by David Lozon.
Crowd is on its feet. How often do you get to see this caliber of lifting? Other than by going to a world level competition. And here we are seeing it at our Canadian Nationals in Winnipeg.
Come on, folks. Let's go, folks. Come on.
Here we go.
This crowd is wild.
250 kilos. Come on, Jessica. Let's go.
And
Wow.
she has
Wow.
done it.
What did the judges say? 3 white lights.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. Absolutely
goodness.
unbelievable.
Absolutely incredible.
Shaking
Just to
all
be
the
there.
referees' hands, even in a moment like that where, you know, you've just gotten an unofficial world record, she doesn't forget to come and shake the referees' hands. So really speaks to just her character as an athlete. You know, what a great competitor she really is.
Wow. Absolutely incredible watching this session tonight. Hey, Sandra?
It was, Lainey. I'm really so happy that we got to commentate this session. And thank you, everyone who tuned in. I'm sure there were lots of viewers tonight that wanted to see these lifts. And tune back in tomorrow morning. We'll have lots more great lifting, lots more sessions to watch throughout the week. And thanks again.
Have a wonderful night. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of the show. We still have our award ceremony coming up here.
Come on, pull, pull. There we go. Hey, Mom, are we kicking Ryan out if he misses this?
Yes.
Oh, you're in trouble, buddy. She said yes. Come on, Ryan. Pull, pull, stand up with it. Come on, get it up there. Ooh. Yeah. Sorry, Ryan. He's still pretty strong.